Yo, people, welcome back to Danny AFC TV. What is good, my people? Man, Chelsea have just been defeated again to Fulham this time. Something's going to have to give real soon. Todd Bowley surely can't be happy with what's going on, considering the money that he is belting all around this transfer market and the last one. And they're still not done. The mighty Chelsea are still not done in this window. It's 4 players down. One is literally down. Felix, I can't believe the way his debut turned out. Listen, there's a lot of Arsenal fans going absolutely like gangster Tupac turbo shit on Twitter, giving it, look, Danny, you wanted to sign this guy. Look at this tackle. Fuck the tackle. Do you know what I mean? Bit of miss on. It was an unfortunate tackle. He lost the ball. He chased it down. I wanted to win it back, innit? Like, he could have shied out of it and just walked off. But anyway, it's not ideal whether you're Chelsea or Arsenal and you've just signed Felix and you're going to miss him for the next 3 games. In fact, it's a bit of a piss take. But you know what? Shit happens in football sometimes, and you know what? It literally is just one of them things. Now onto the game itself, man. I can't believe Chelsea are stuttering and stalling the way they are. Like, boy, again, is it only a matter of time before Potter finds himself out of a job? And again, they're still looking to sign more people. As I said, 4 signings. Santos in from Brazil. I don't know. Fuck them up. I just don't even know what to say about Chelsea. Anyway, the latest rumours today, they are still fighting with Benfica for Enzo Fernandez. There's now rumours now this could be held all job done until the summer, and Chelsea ain't really gonna prepare to negotiate with Benfica no more. They don't really like Benfica's tone of voice, and Benfica are pretty much feeling the same thing about Chelsea. On to Marcus Thuram. This one's a bit surprising, considering you've just paid 9.7 for Felix. I get it, he's going to miss 3 games, but they were linked with him before, obviously, so it's nothing to do with 3 games. He was obviously already a target. How many? Like, they're going to have like a 50-man squad by the end of this window. It's pretty ridiculous. Like, I know they're getting injuries at quite a scary rate as well. Screw them, ha ha ha. But I don't know. I'm not so sure how many of these signings are Potter's signings as well. Like, I think he's kind of been told, like, yo, bro, like, this is what you're dealing with as of Monday morning in training. You've got this, you've got that now. Go do something. And as much as I do like Harry Potter, though, I really can't see him being at Chelsea too much longer. Could it be the end of the season and he's done? Could it be before? I can't really think of a manager at the top of my head. You'd get the usual sort of names being banded around, like a Pochettino. Is he really a winning manager? Is he the manager that Chelsea need? Who knows, guys? Who knows? Who knows? But guys, please get a like on the video. Do be subscribing if you is new. I'm going to go into some Premier League news as always. Shouts out to the real ones. Some of them could be on strike for me tonight. Some of the real ones could be on strike. Shouts out to Hazard. Apologies. I can hardly remember none of it. That's the most ridiculous bit. I think me and Yui went a little bit OTT up on Hazard, man. It was all love, though. I can't even remember what started it, where it even kicked off. I can't remember. That's the most dangerous side of it all for me, basically. I can't even remember shit. Do you know what I mean? I remember the argument. Do you know what I mean? But not the argument. I remember the what do we call it? The stupidness. Let's be having it right. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, we don't need to wash our laundry up on the stream. Shouts out to Hazard. Hopefully Yui and some of the real ones do jump in soon. Why is it so lonely today? What day is it today? I always remember these days when it's disgustingly quiet like this. I try and remember these days and think, right, that's it. Next Thursday now for this. See you next Thursday. See you Thursday. See you on Thursday. Do you know what I mean? Oh, shouts out to you. Mr. Tyler's up in the building. He's come to save the place. The first command with a comment. Respect to you, bro. Linda's now jumped in second in command. Oh, man, I'll see you in the manor tomorrow, man. Fucking probation, bruv. Like, seriously, how long is this shit going to go on for, bruv? And I've got to go Totty as well, bruv. Totty, probation. Lordship Lane, like, oh, God. It just stinks of piss, the place, bruv. I can't be bothered. I've had enough, like, seriously. I'm going to tell the geezer tomorrow, do you know what, bro? I'm not coming no more. I can't be bothered. It's all long, bruv. It's just all long. I'm feeling mad lazy as well, though. I don't know what's the matter with me, bro. I was feeling bare lethargic, like just, I don't know, can't be fucked, bro. It could be Arsenal as well. They are pissing me off. They come like some dirty gal or something, bro. Seriously, like that gal you can't stop going back to or something. Like, you know, that gal there that has that mystical powers or something. I don't know, like, Arsenal are just fucking with me, bro. Still fucking around. Can't get this Mikhailo Mudryk thing done. Chelsea have signed 4 players. It will be 6 or 7 players Chelsea have signed by the time we even think of trying to get this Mudryk thing done. God forbid if Chelsea was to bid for Mikhailo Mudryk. You all know my feelings on this. They've met the representatives of the club. They've met the manager. They've met the sporting director of Shakhtar Donetsk. They were guests of Chelsea when they got beat 1-0 by Manchester City last week. And that there was the one. I was actually secretly kind of happy, thinking, you know what? Good. Even though I was on the group saying, the writing's on the wall, my real thoughts on this was, you know what? This is going to snap us into life now. If we really want to sign this player, I need to go and turn on that light. It feels dark. If we really want to sign this player, and now that we know he's openly meeting, well, not the player himself, but his team are openly meeting with Chelsea to discuss. Like, the topic of the day was to discuss Mikhailo Mudryk. So what does this need to... I don't know what Arsenal need to do. Like, seriously, someone needs to put a rocket up their arse and someone needs to start moving. Edu, what are you doing? As for this fucking Vinay, like, drop me out, innit? You're annoying. Tight hand, pink waving. What? Wait, Felix was absolutely... Bros, I actually thought he was Chelsea's best player. But then this is how bad Chelsea at the moment, bros. He was their brightest spark, bros. Not in a rude way. Which game was you watching, bros? He was their biggest threat, bros, until he actually got sent off, which I don't madly blame him for either, bros. He lost it. How many times have we seen that in the Premier League? A guy loses the ball and he flings in a tackle to get it back. It is fucked up, bros. If Arsenal did pay 9.7, yes, I'll be pissed. But do you know what, brother? Come on, you've played football yourself. That is the most sort of fucked up of red card, isn't it? Because the player looks like he doesn't care if he doesn't throw in the tackle after losing the ball. It was a bad touch from him. So he tries to rescue it back, bros. I don't know. I still thought he was their biggest spark by a mile away. He created anything that Chelsea done in the first half went through Felix. I'm still not saying he's going to be a world beater or a world class, bros. But at £9.7 million, how bad is it? How bad is it, bros? Do you know what, bros? How much do you know about Weghorst? Weghorst has just signed for Man United, bros. Man United have had to pay £2.5 million to Besiktas to get him away from there. He's not even Besiktas' player. He's Burnley's player. Burnley loaned him to Besiktas, but Man United wanted him so bad they've had to pay like 2.5 to Besiktas, 2 million to Burnley as a loan fee. I know it's still cheaper than Felix, but 4.5 million for a guy we don't even really like. He's played in the Premier League before, but I bet you really don't remember him playing in the Premier League, bros, because he was irrelevant. He was shit. He doesn't really score goals. This Weghorst. He's a monster of a player. I know he's about 6'5". He gets in people's way. He's a mischievous little prick. I still don't see this is the marquee signing Man United could have went for. I still see Felix would have went down much more handsomely of the Man United fans. I think they'd have been a lot happier with Felix than Weghorst at 4.5 million or Felix for 9.7, and both on loan fees. This is the way of the world, bro. You pay loan fees now for players. It's not a Guinness. Why not? It's a Guinness, you know. A Guinness, you know. Lee Akers would be proud, bros. I'm telling you. Lee Akers would be happy with that. He loves a bit of a Guinness. Got a Rolo in there. Oh, there we go. Right, probably the. That's because that's who I am. A nice guy. I love it. I love it. I like Dan Burn. Do you know what? The nice thing is for Dan Burn, it's a nice romantic story. He's never been the greatest defender in his life. This 6'7" giant. But he's 31, so he's coming to the tail end of his career, but he's actually made it to where he always wanted to play at St James's Park. I'd never really heard of him until he made his move to Newcastle. Shouts out to Dan Burn getting his first goal for his boyhood team. Anyway, I'm going to run into some Premier League news. Guy, Barcelona fire sale. Raphina, the guy that basically rejected us in the summer to go to Barcelona. Already, he's pissed people off in Barcelona. word on road is Raphina is available. People have put it up as, yes, the Mikhailo Mudryk alternative. Listen, if it come down to either one or the other, I would still take Mikhailo Mudryk. He's a couple of years younger. He looks a couple of years better than Raphina already. Raphina, I like him. He's a very frustrating player. He's the guy that he always gets the ball. See, this is a good thing about it. Even though in the World Cup he was pissing me off. See, he gets a lot of the ball, and that can't be a shit player. You can never be shit if like the ball's always attached to you somehow. It was his final pass or his final shot. That wasn't really working for him at the World Cup. It didn't really work for Brazil overall. But I'm not so sure. He hasn't set Spain alight with any of his performances for Barcelona. He has got a couple of crackers out there, but it hasn't been enough to convince Barcelona that this is the guy for 55 million. And from what I'm hearing is they want to get their 55 million and a bit more back as soon as possible. But anyway, let me get into it. Enzo Fati, who is a massively good player, he scored a fucking blinder tonight for Barcelona against Real Betis. Could be available. I would be all over him as well, to be honest with you. 21 years old. Raphina, Depay, Frankie de Jong, all can leave Barcelona. They're out here trying to gather funds. But on the same hand, I also read that this will all be mainly, unless it was Depay, a couple of them backup dancers. These are all summer moves. Barcelona are kind of, well, they're in the title race, isn't it? They're top of the fucking Spanish division. And Lewandowski, imagine they've got Lewandowski. They said they wanted to win the league. They got Lewandowski to win the league. If they end up winning the league, I say congratulations, Barcelona. You thieves. Like, I don't know how you do it. You thieving bastard of a team, Barcelona. But if you win the league, congratulations. But Enzo Fati, Raphina, Depay, Frankie de Jong can all leave, but mainly at the end of the season, probably apart from Depay, who they'll get rid of right now. Fulham 2, Chelsea 1. What happens to Graham Potter, guys? We'll get back into that in a minute. Chelsea. Felix sent off, guys. Chelsea are now going to get Marcus Thuram. A £8.1 million bid has been made for Marcus Thuram. Raphina, Fati, Depay, all can leave Barcelona. Is Dusan Vlahovic available? Word on road is you can take him on a permanent deal. There's going to none of these sort of loans until the end of the season, so you can take a close look at this guy. I'm so unsure about him. Porro, his name is. He's a right back. He plays for Sporting in Portugal. He's been linked with Arsenal and Tottenham. Allegedly, Tottenham have made a bid, but Porro, he's a decent little right back, man. I've been seeing him coming up over the last season or two. Uber left on the bench by Chelsea tonight, even when they needed a goal. Word on road is if they get any kind of offer, £5 to £10 million, Uber is out of Chelsea ASAP. The Arsenal target that was Danilo that everyone thought was coming to Arsenal. He's just about to sign for Nottingham Forest, guys, just shy of £20 million. Guendouzi is on his way back to the Premier League. Shouts out to Matteo Guendouzi. Unai Emery is going to bring his guy back to Aston Villa, or back to the Premier League and to Aston Villa. Spurs are going to make a move for David Raya, the Brentford goalkeeper. Again, this will be more like a summer move, though. Man United paid £4.5 million for Weghorst on loan to the end of the season. I just don't see the sense in it. Everton have made a move for Man United winger Anthony Elanga, and Newcastle are in a 100-way bid, a way tussle, for Borussia Dortmund teen sensation Yusufa Moukoko. He's 18 years old. He's been linked with Man City, Man United, Newcastle. They're looking for young talent. Shouts out to Eddie Howe. Onto a bit of Arsenal news now, and I will jump into some of the comments, guys. Arsenal third Mudryk bid is on the table. Allegedly tonight, just before I went on live, Arsenal have made our third offer for Mikhailo Mudryk. I reckon it'll be rejected by 9:10 in the morning. We shall see, guys. It would be nice to think tomorrow morning you could wake up with the news that it's done. Apparently, obviously, as I've said, a 5.5 year deal was agreed over a week ago. Like, negotiating with a player first, okay, well and good. You know, the guy wants to come to you. The terms are agreed. So if we can agree the fee, like, it should be done in fucking minutes. But anyway, this is the Arsenal way. A summer bid for Dusan and Declan Rice, guys. We're going to get back into this. Would anyone see a short-term move for Eden Hazard as a good idea? He's 32 and he hasn't really been balling at Real Madrid. Word on road is Premier League clubs have been offered Eden Hazard, and Arsenal are one of them. Raphina, Barcelona are willing to sell. We'll look into this in a minute again. I keep saying 63 million. I reckon I'll get Mudryk done. If Arsenal threw 63 million down on the table right now, possibly with a few add-ons, it'll be done immediately. 63 is what I keep hearing is what Shakhtar actually want. Arsenal have been. Oh no, Arsenal are at the front of the queue for Tammy Abraham. Like, do you know what? Please, 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 God, God. I'm convinced we don't want to strike up. So I reckon this is just agent talk, newspaper talk. But Tammy Abraham, fuck you, Arsenal. Please don't do it to me, innit? Milankovic Savic has been offered to Manchester United and Arsenal. This one is interesting. He does look like he wants out of Lazio now. He's been there a season or two too many. And for me, he's getting stale there. He's 27, and people reckon he's the best midfielder in Italy. I'm not so fucking sure myself, but Milankovic Savic, £50 million available. Arsenal, Man United have been offered the midfielder. Akers is in the stream. What do you think of Milankovic Savic? Seriously, how many times have you seen him play? Same to you, Tyler, and everyone else up in the stream. And Mudrak is still pushing for his move to Arsenal. One thing that is been everywhere today, guys, and I'm not really sure why. Considering we're in a January, we're in a transfer window right now. Arsenal have been linked heavily today with two players. Summer moves: Dusan Vlahovic and Declan Rice. Okay, brilliant. They both could be good players. Well, we know Declan Rice would be fucking smashing at Arsenal, in my opinion. Dusan, I'm not so sure. And the kind of figures that I'm hearing, £80 million, Dusan Vlahovic, like, fuck off. Surely again untrue, but I'm hearing Arsenal are already making talks. We're already harassing West Ham, we're already harassing Juventus, and we're looking to do summer moves. I'm saying we're in a window right now, we're top of the league. Where's the fucking signings right now? But that would be a very Arsenal way of doing things, just to annoy the fans. Right, let me get into the comments. That Pereira, whatever his name is at Fulham, is decent. Bruvs, fantastic spot. Man in the match tonight. He was deemed surplus to requirements, not good enough for the Man United squad. He joined Fulham literally for practically peanuts in the summer. In fact, it might have been for nothing. His contract might have run out of Man United, or it might have been in the last year, and they played a reasonably small fee for him. He's been Fulham's best player for me this season. So shouts out to you, Tyler, on that one. I think Pereira has been outstanding. And there's another bunch of these Man United kids that are about to leave the club, whether it's Alanga, the guy that's getting a lot of minutes at the moment, the left winger, Argentinian. Can't remember his name, Gamacho. He's an everyone's keeper lookout. His contract ends in 2024. And allegedly he hasn't put pen to paper. And then some people at Man United don't want to offer him a contract. Allegedly, he's got a fucking fiery and fucked up attitude, and he thinks he's better than God already. He's 18. Alejandro Gamacho, that is, I'm talking about at Man United. I'm off for a bit. Screw you in your film. Uber situation. Barcelona might have it back. Do you know what? Funny enough, would you believe it? The little sickos actually have been linked with Aubameyang again. Like, I don't get it. You've now got Lewandowski. What do you want him there for? I think Barcelona are just feeling insecure. They're top of the league and they feel like they need to do something in January, whether they've got money or not. Uber is dead now. There's got to be a club for him, bruvs. This guy's clinical. I still say he's clinical. I know Lee Akers is going to fucking band in with he's dead as well now, but I don't know, bruvs. I think he's an unhappy soul, isn't it? He's been unhappy since he left Arsenal, bruvs. He never wanted to leave Arsenal, and in fact, holding up the Barcelona shirt at his press conference, I've never seen a guy look so pissed off to be signing for a football club, especially the size of Barcelona. Like, he looked so pissed off. Like, he literally couldn't crack a smile, man. He's just signing for Barcelona. He's holding the shirt. He looked so pissed off. That was something that he didn't want to do. But sometimes these things, again, happen in football. Because of, the rules is you can't play for more than 2 clubs per season. The thing is, he only played 7 minutes. Barcelona's opening day of the season. But to the letter of the law, let's say someone signed him now, he actually can't play till next season. I'm sure that'll get overturned somehow because he come on as a substitute for the last 7 or 8 or 9 minutes of Barcelona's opening day of the season. I think that would be harsh to not grant him a move back. What if he went back to Barcelona then? That's the same club. Then your rule is fucked, or the actual rule is fucked. If he goes back to Barcelona, well, he can play for them because he's already played for them this season. Maybe Barcelona is an alternative after all. Yo, Akers, what is your take on everything, brothers? Arsenal moving slower than a fucking red double-decker bus. I just pray I wake up now one morning and it's done. I don't want to hear about it no more. Just mudder that in, please. Like... Why haven't we, like, brothers, if we end up getting it done on the 27th, like, I'm still going to be delighted, but I'm going to be pissed thinking he could have played against Tottenham. Why did we not hurry it up? Why did we hold back the money and then do it really late, like Thomas Partey in the 11th hour of the fucking, what pissed off Atletico Madrid so much, do you know what I mean? I'm not saying that they made us not get. I was going to say Tyler made us not get Felix, but you get my point. Atletico Madrid ain't the happiest of football clubs with us. You know what I mean? They did kind of say to us, if you're going to take our player, if you're going to put the 45 million down to the Spanish government, whichever way they do their business out there, it doesn't go directly to the team. It's fucking weird. Whatever happens in Spain, how they do their money. It's probably because they're all frauding little bastards. But yeah, they wanted a bit of time to get a replacement. We dropped the money down at like 9:30 that night in the last hours of the window, and they had no time to get a replacement. They were fucking vexed, you know what I mean? Because he played 8 minutes for Barca. Congratulations, just done it, but well done for knowing, though. Well done for knowing. Yeah, my man, what's good? What's going on? Shouts out to all the real ones. We got Ty. Daniels jumps into the building. I wonder what Daniel's take on everything is. As I've said, Arsenal are moving, in fact, slower than a bus. Like, how many times you heard a London bus go in reverse? That deed. That's how Arsenal fucking won't pay the dough. Why, bros? Why are we stalling? I'm sure we're going to do it some point in this window. What scares me to say we won't do it is we had our biggest warning. Chelsea met the people of Shakhtar, and that should have been the time when we thought, fuck, do you know what? If we want this guy, we're going to have to get this done right now. And Chelsea are throwing money about everywhere. But they made a bid for Marcus Thuram tonight. Like, apart from the rest of the season, because I know they've Uber's on his way out probably, and Broja's injured. Where the fuck does Thuram going to fit into this team? Like, they're literally just going to buy him for 6 months, and then he's going to be in the reserves. But fuck it, he'll be earning 150, 180 grand a week. He'll be pretty fucking happy, I suppose. But how many fucking players has Todd Bowley sanctioned since the fucking minute he walked into Chelsea? 270 in the summer. What have they done this window so far? 40 million Monaco. 18 million. I thought it was 12 and a half. But Sky say it's 18. So am I to argue with Sky? 18 million for the Brazilian quick kid at Vincent the Gama, whatever their name is. Who else have they bought this fucking window? David Fofana, Molde, 10 million. And a 10 million loan for Felix. So what is that? 40, 50, 68. They've spent about 70, 80 million pound easy already. They'll make that about 90 million pound when they add Thuram to that for just about under 10 million pound. I'm not saying they won't get, because remember, Chelsea can do business. I'm sure they'll get their 10 million back for Marcus Thuram at the end of the season. I'm just wondering, and I'm not saying Marcus Thuram is the guy I want. I just wonder why we just have done fuck all. As I said, Vaghorst, or whatever his wanker Dutch name is, sorry, or no disrespect, has gone to Man United today. Man United have spent 4.5 mil, 2.5 to Besiktas, 2 million to Fulham, to Burnley, sorry. That there doesn't make sense to me. Like, why didn't you just double up the money and go and get yourself a decent forward? Because I don't know what Vaghorst is there to do, but there you go. Maybe he's going to score 10 goals between now and the end of the season. Who the fuck knows? Bruvs. They're useless. Bruvs, they're so smarmy. And these fucking, the new artwork, they're calling it around the Emirates. Everyone at the Emirates yesterday, me and you really should have fucking bombarded the place, most definitely. I'm surprised you never phoned me on that one. I didn't know until really late in the day yesterday, bruvs. And I started watching football, clearly. But yeah, Mudrak done yet? Afraid not, bruvs. Afraid not. The best I can tell you is, and I'm not even certain on this one, is we've just made a third bid. A third bid has gone into Shakhtar over the last few hours, allegedly. People are saying it's around the 60 million mark with 20 in add-ons. Do I believe it? I'm not so sure, bros. I don't think we'll go that high either. That's 80 million pounds. I reckon they'll take 63. I don't know, maybe give them 7 million pounds in mad add-ons if we win the league or something in the next couple of years or something. I don't know. I don't think it takes more than 70 million pounds to get Mudrak done. 60 on the table, 10 fuck with them over the next couple of seasons. Who actually knows? What I do know is, if Chelsea just had no financial fair play or nothing in the world to worry about, and they could just pick off footballers at will, like they're almost doing anyway, Mudrak would already be there. Don't know why anyone would want Uber now. I hear that, I suppose, going by... He did help Barcelona get into the Champions League positions when they were like 8th, 9th when he joined last year. He wasn't fucking totally shit at Barca. They're planning to buy Lewandowski. They're both around 32 years old. Two dicks don't mix. Do you know what I mean? One of them had to go. One of them had just walked in, so Uber went. Again, a bit out of order to him. I don't think he's had the best of luck over the last couple of seasons in football, bros, as in where he's ended up, who's actually wanted him, and then what they've wanted him for. They only wanted him as a backup dancer for a few months. Then he went to Chelsea. Tuchel probably would have played and believed in him. Tuchel got fired. I actually feel for him, innit? What can you say? I know he left Arsenal and but he didn't want to, bros. He was booted out of the club. Anyway, forget it. Who gives a fuck? Might do all right for Watford or a team at that level now. Jesus. I said about Uber before. You was behind anyway. They said Barca may count as one team as he can go back maybe. Well, exactly. That's what I'd imagine. We could have gotten Rice and Zaha for the same price. See, the thing is, they won't do anything. See, technically untrue. I get it with the money, but West Ham are not. They're in too much of a fucking weird, precarious position considering what they've done over the last 2 years in the Premier League, bros. They're touching relegation zone. So you're not going to get Rice out of West Ham to the summer. What I have heard is they're now looking for the Rice replacement. So the writing's on the wall, isn't it? Like they'll say in Football Factory, the writing's on the walls, everybody. Do you know what I mean? So they know the deal. He's leaving. He wants to leave. He's made it clear he wants to stay in the Premier League. It will probably be a London team, Arsenal or Chelsea. If Chelsea go in for him, Chelsea take him. Zaha, I totally agree, innit? He isn't over the hill at 31. He's still, actually, if you look at the Premier League stats, and I don't love looking at stats mad like that, but if you look at the Premier League stats, he's actually the most fouled player again in the Premier League this season. He wins the most free kicks, through penalties. He is a bit of an annoying fuck, and I think he would only get better at a team like Arsenal. I don't think his level dropped from what he's doing at Palace this season and the tail end of last season, and that's nothing too shitty either. He's doing all right. Yes, I would take him, and I don't think word on road is from Leicester City Football Club. Like the writing's on the wall for Tielemans. They said, you know what, Rodgers kind of knows what time of day it is. He's ready to let loose and let him go, innit? £8 million. I don't believe we really want Tielemans because I don't think £8 million is busting the bank, bros, or busting the building. If you leave it till the end of the season, and he's a greedy little fat fucker, is Tielemans, he's going to want a massive signing on fee and everything anyway. So I genuinely don't see why, if you want him that bad, yes, you'll probably save some money by doing it in the summer, especially if there's an agreement, which allegedly there's been saying there's an agreement since last May for fucking Tielemans. Like, it's just got to be bollocks, like, do you know what I mean? What did we agree that for? Not to bid for him. Doesn't make sense. Then there's only today. I'm on it all day. Are you fucking really? Depends what's in your dirty mind. Jesus Christ, there we go. Nothing dirty today. Not really one of them days. It's fucking strictly business. I'm off, guys. Night. I'll give you 5 minutes. You'll be back. Be quiet. But yeah, Declan Rice. Yes, would be a fantastic signing, Mr. Daniel. I would love Declan Rice at Arsenal. It proper makes Rice and Xhaka know what time of day it is. You've now got a younger one of you guys coming in, someone potentially better in the next couple of seasons. He's a good footballer, is Declan Rice. Do you know what I mean? He isn't exactly a Jude Bellingham, but he offers a lot that other midfielders don't. Do you know what I mean? He's very disciplined. He's strong. He battles. He's got a decent little pass on him. He could probably add a few goals to his game. But again, when you buy a guy like Declan Rice, you kind of know what you're buying there. You're buying that guy that's a solid 7, a decent 8 every week in your midfield. Won't let you down. Rarely has a bad game. Do you know what I mean? He's not one of these injury-prone players. God forbid coming to Arsenal, though. Do you know what I mean? But he's got a good injury record. And at 65, 70 million quid, I think it'd be a fucking good deal. Wilfred Zaha. He's been offered another deal by Palace. He'll let that run similar to Trossard down at Brighton. He'll let that run to the summer because what he wants is not what he's getting at the moment. He still wants Arsenal, is Mr. Wilfred Zaha. He ain't getting Arsenal, so he'll think about it in the summer. People have said he might even just fuck off abroad. He went Man United. I'm not saying Man United abroad. It's a little bit far in Manchester, but do you know what I mean? I don't think that'll be the best for his career unless he's out there for a quick buck and wants to go to a different country and just see what time of fucking evening it is. But I reckon there's a Premier League club for him. I don't know. Emery might be thinking of something at Aston Villa. Emery liked him a lot when he was at Arsenal, obviously. I'm surprised that Villa haven't been on him. Shouts out to Villa. They could be bringing Matteo Guendouzi back to the Premier League. They're hustling right now with Marseille. Allegedly 40 million, but I'm hearing it could be more done towards 25s and the 30 million pound mark. If we win the league, go for Bellingham. Bros, we're going to be, do you know what, bros? Winning the league now looks so far away from me. We've signed no one. Yeah, it looks very far away, Lee. I think it's going to be a bridge like way too much for the club. Do you know what I mean? We had a very good chance to throw some money at in January, complete a couple of deals at the start of January. That will give you the benefit of having these guys for the whole of January. And obviously, we've got a lot of tricky games. Man United, yes, they've got tricky games. They've got Man City. They've got Man United this weekend. I don't see Man City going to Old Trafford and winning. Like, seriously, I actually don't. But I suppose we shall see on that one. I can't see Man United, though, going up to Old Trafford and getting a victory. If they do, congratulations. I reckon they'll come and snatch that lead of us real quickly. But if they were to be defeated, guys, if it was a draw, there's hope for us, I suppose, again. But in saying that, what are we going to do at White Hart Lane? We've all got hard fixtures. So if they draw, we draw, it stays, as you obviously clearly no one's a dickhead out here. You know it stays exactly the same. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me see where some of these bastards are. Where is everyone? And then I'll duck out of here in a few minutes, I suppose. Guys, please hit the likes on the video. There's no likes here at all. Literally 3 or something. And I'll duck out of here in a few minutes, I suppose. Yui's about. He's active on the group. I'm praying it gets done. We're all praying Mudrak gets done, bros. He's that guy. He is that guy. He should be exactly. Luca reckons Arsenal going to lose at White Hart Lane. He's messaging me. Shouts out to all the real ones, guys. Please hit the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. Nope, there's no link there. Anyways, right. Mudrak. I'm not so sure about this third bid. I'm sure it will come out to light in the morning if we have. I'm sure Darmish and whatever his name is will be onto it on Sky Sports News. Do you know what I mean? I am watching all their transfer updates, just sort of trying to see if there's anything else out there. A lot of Premier League teams are making moves, though. I reckon everyone in the Premier League will probably sign a player this transfer January window, which is very rare. You'll usually get half of the Premier League that'll be active. The other half of the teams will sort of just chilling on what they've got. It seems like everyone wants someone. Anyone got any thoughts on Danilo to Nottingham Forest? Another deal allegedly we chased down for months and months. When it got to the time to the end of December and it started getting time to start putting money on the table, Arsenal done what you'd call, or what you only could describe as an Arsenal U-turn. He decided to kind of get very cold on the deal and decide he wasn't for us after all. Who knows, innit? You get the feeling he's going to walk into Forest and start murking the midfield immediately. Fucking small, rough, aggressive, decent little passing and then Brazilian, but we shall see. I'm surprised Lee Akers ain't typed this one yet, because I could honestly imagine in a season and a half, or if Forest was to go down this season, we'll probably be banging down their door in the summer. We'll give you 50 million for Danilo when we could have got him for 18, 20 million. Like, for such a penny pinching club, we've got this such backward method of doing business as well. 18, 20 million for Danilo. Like, is that the biggest risk in the world? Like, obviously, I haven't scouted him. I've seen him a couple of times. He looks reasonably aggressive for a Brazilian guy. He looks hard. He looks kind of hard as nails. He looks tough. Is he going to ball in the Premier League? But then, with the same breath, I'm going to ask you, is £20 million too much for him? £20 million doesn't get you a lot these days, guys. Like, let's look at the last few signings that were £20 million Premier League players. What, Dennis Pratt or something at Leicester? He doesn't play. Do you know what I mean? Let's think of more £20 million players. How many £20 million bargains we had out here? Do you know what I mean? But I don't know. Shouts out to Nottingham Forest, isn't it? They could be getting themselves an £18 million legend here. Who knows? If they were to be relegated, I could see a lot of teams. There could be the Liverpools, the Arsenals, the Chelseas kicking down the door like it's the next prime Lavea from Southampton or Salcedo from Brighton, if you like. Do you know what I mean? But if Arsenal don't want to pay the 50, 60 million pound, what the sort of going rate for a good midfielder, let's say if Milankovic Savic, everyone reckons is world class. Well, if he's available for about £50 million for Lazio, and then so Arsenal don't want to go down that route for whichever reason. I don't think Milankovic Savic is the one for us, to be honest with you. I don't think he's better than Xhaka. I don't believe he's better than Thomas Partey. But if you're looking for allegedly the ready-made 27-year-old midfielder who can come in, walk into teams and start balling immediately, this is the kind of the price tag we're sort of talking. Now when you're talking about Danilo, someone untried, someone who hasn't played for his country, yes. But someone who has got the balls to come to the Premier League with Forest, who, let's have it right, are fucking deep in a relegation battle. It's going to be sink or swim for Danilo. I've just got this feeling, again, maybe because it's Arsenal and it will just piss me off. I reckon he's going to ball and he's going to start dragging to Forest to a couple of results if they can get a couple of goals behind him. He's not a scorer, Danilo. Who knows? I imagine he adds that into his games in the Premier League as well. Just comes and bangs in a couple of good goals for Forest. Interesting. But shouts out to Forest on. It seems like they are nabbing the guy from Palmeiras, Danilo. My point is, why would Arsenal have dropped out all of a sudden? Why did we allegedly agree terms with Tielemans and then never follow it up with a bid? Why have we agreed terms with Mikhailo Mudryk and it's still, as to the present moment when we're live right now, still have not put an acceptable offer on the table, according to Shakhtar Donetsk, obviously, whether we think it's an acceptable offer or not. But this is where we stand at the moment. We're making offers that are not acceptable. We're not really being linked with other players. It seems to be one player or nothing, really. I can't see us rushing out. Let's just say this whole Mikhailo Mudryk thing goes pear-shaped. I can't see us rushing out to appease fans, me or anyone else, and just whacking out money on anyone. If we do flop this, I could see us then trying to do a lot of late deals, as in loans for a couple of people, a Ferran Torres here or something, just to add a couple of numbers to the team. But if we end up paying £6, £7, £8, and £9 million loan fees for a Ferran Torres, for example, I'd have just said, why didn't we just do Felix a couple of weeks ago when Chelsea were sitting there doing the deal? So I have a feeling whatever Arsenal come up with this window is going to kind of fucking confuse me. If we do fuck up on Mudryk, I reckon we're going to try and do a loan for a Ferran Torres or something, with all sorts of this, that, and whatever. And at the end of the season, we'll probably have to come up with some money for the bastard if he plays well for us and scores some goals. Apart from that, I'm massively confused. It's becoming one of them massively, and I know we're used to it as Arsenal fans, but it's becoming one of them real dog arsehole windows. And we've done this before when we wanted just one player, negotiated. Like, again, we only need reminding of last January, literally from the 1st of last January to about the 20th, the 22nd, it started breaking, if I'm right. Dusan doesn't even want to go Arsenal anyway. What the fuck are you talking about? He only wants to go Juventus. Like, we started get drawn on a picture on about the 22nd of January. Still at that point, there was one or two players out there that we could have rolled with and thought, you know what, fuck it, blah, 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 let's try and grab top 4. But for whatever reason, we refused to do anything. So far this window, we've kind of bored Shakhtar, knocked on their door, annoyed them, emailed them, text them, WhatsApp them, done whatever, apart from putting what they see as an acceptable amount of money and agreeing a deal. And Chelsea are literally just out there collecting fucking footballers. Like, I know you're getting injuries, like literally like one a game and everything. It seems to be quite ridiculous, but they seem to be like then seem to be signing a player a game. They've signed 4 people already this window. If sources are correct, they're still looking to do at least 2 or 3 more. Fernandez, a right back, and Fernandez, a right back, and who is it? And possibly Thuram. Surely they couldn't make it an 8th player in the window and go and get Mikhailo Mudryk as well. But guys, I'm going to get the fuck out of it. It is pretty quiet. So please, if you catch this late, please hit the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. We go on. If anything happens early tomorrow, of course, I will go live. I'll hit that button, whether it's 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 11 in the morning, if we was to do anything, and that'll be the same going forward for this window. I'm sitting and waiting on this news, and at this moment, we still seem to be, unfortunately, quite far away, as far as we know it, from a deal for Mikhailo Mudryk. Fuck what the people on Twitter are saying, and deals are done, and all of that. Most of them are just blowjobs, and they have absolutely no idea what they're fucking talking about, so fuck them. But guys, please hit the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. I will be back tomorrow at 10 p.m. live, innit? See you tomorrow, innit? Let's hope I can bring you something by tomorrow, innit, guys? Let's get the weekend up and pumping, innit? Friday night hype. Let's hope it's a Friday we can look forward to. Tottenham on Sunday. Jesus, just before I go. Please get your score predictions on this one. This is massive. I can't believe we're not even going to have Mudryk around the training ground, able to come off the bench if anything for this game. It's bitterly disappointing. Shouts out to the people on Twitter trying to get £700 for Tottenham tickets. Tottenham away, that is obviously. Shouts out to you guys. And people got disturbed with my prices on Twitter, innit? Fuck you, look. But guys, please hit the like on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. We'll do a review Tottenham Arsenal tomorrow night, innit? And please, God, listen, tomorrow night, man, I need to see Mudryk done, dusted, just to get the weekend started, innit? Properly. Shouts out, people. Good night.